What if I told you there's a country where roads turn into rivers, flowers stretch for miles in rainbow colors, and the modern and medieval blend seamlessly? That country is the Netherlands. This small European gem often gets overlooked in favor of larger neighbors like France or Germany. But that's a huge mistake, because what the Netherlands lacks in size, it more than makes up for in character, charm, and culture. In this video, we'll explore 4 unforgettable places that go far beyond the clichés. We'll take you through dreamy canal cities, futuristic skylines, storybook villages, and fields that look like something from another planet. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll realize that the Netherlands isn't just worth visiting. It might just steal your heart. Let's begin where most journeys to the Netherlands begin: Amsterdam. The capital city with endless surprises. This city is much more than coffee shops and canals. It's where art, history, and modern life blend into a living, breathing masterpiece. Step onto a canal boat and drift through waterways lined with 17th century houses that lean ever so slightly, like they're nodding hello. Here, everything feels rich with history. Visit the Anne Frank house and walk through the very rooms where a young girl wrote a diary that changed the world. Then, just a few blocks away, stand in awe at the Van Gogh Museum, home to some of the most powerful and emotional art ever painted. But Amsterdam isn't only about the past. Head to the 9 streets for independent boutiques, taste fresh stroop wafels at a local market, or simply sit by a canal, coffee in hand, and watch the bikes roll by. Because in Amsterdam, even doing nothing feels like a cultural experience. Now let's leave the capital behind and drift into one of the most peaceful places on earth: Giethoorn. Here, the roads vanish and canals take their place. No cars, no noise, just narrow waterways, small wooden bridges, and boats gliding silently past flower-filled cottages. Giethoorn is often called the Venice of the Netherlands. But unlike Venice, it's quiet, serene, and completely untouched by mass tourism. This is where Dutch families actually live, in homes that look like they belong in a storybook. Rent a whisper boat, which moves gently without making a sound, and glide under the bridges as ducks paddle beside you. You'll pass gardens bursting with color, locals waving from their porches, and scenes so peaceful they almost feel like they're not real. And if you're visiting in the summer, the village is alive with flowers, dragonflies, and postcard-perfect sunsets. Giethoorn isn't a place for sightseeing checklists. It's a place to breathe, to slow down, and to simply be. From fairy tale to future, our next stop is Rotterdam. A city that feels like it's always looking forward. After much of the city was destroyed in World War, Rotterdam rebuilt, but not with replicas of the past. Instead, it embraced innovation. The result? A skyline that feels like it belongs in 2050. Walk into the Markthal, a horseshoe-shaped building covered in artwork, inside and packed with global flavors. Look up, and you'll see the ceiling painted with giant fruits, vegetables, and flowers like a modern Sistine Chapel of food. Then visit the cube houses' strange yellow homes, tilted at sharp angles, that you can actually step inside. Or ride to the top of the Euromast Tower for views that stretch across the entire city and beyond. Rotterdam is a city of energy, full of galleries, concerts, creative spaces, and a vibe that feels youthful and bold. It's the perfect contrast to the more traditional Dutch cities and proof that the Netherlands isn't stuck in the past. Now, let's end with something magical, the flower fields of the Netherlands. If you visit in spring, there's only one word for what you'll see: breathtaking. From late March to mid-May, the town of Lisse becomes a carpet of color. Millions of tulips, daffodils, and hyacinths bloom across the countryside in neatly arranged stripes of red, yellow, pink, and purple. At the center of it all is Keukenhof Gardens, the largest flower garden in the world, with over 7 million bulbs planted every year. It's not just a garden, it's an explosion of life and color. Strolling through Keukenhof feels like stepping into a fantasy. There are fountains, walking trails, flower sculptures, and fields so vast they stretch to the horizon. And the smell? Like pure spring in the air. This is a photographer's dream, a nature lover's paradise, and a bucket list moment you'll never forget. From Amsterdam's canals to Giethoorn's silence, from Rotterdam's boldness to the tulip fields of Keukenhof, the Netherlands may be small, but it's one of Europe's most surprising and inspiring countries. So, which of these places would you visit first? Let me know in the comments. And if this video inspired you to explore more of Europe, hit like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next destination.